how you can help children to become more inclusive. Because this is really important to help children right from their early years to recognise the rich and diverse society in which we live. So let's start off by thinking about representing a variety of cultures. Lots of different statistics nationwide. In the area I live, 15% of the population is not white British. So how do I represent that when I'm working with young people and children? When I think about the resources that I offer? Really simple things. When I think about the menus that I offer. So how are we making sure that our physical provision is reflecting the diverse nature of the society in which we live? Connected to this, have a think about the different festivals you celebrate in whatever your role is. Maybe you work in a day nursery, out of school or youth provision. Most of us celebrate Christmas and Easter, but not everybody does. And are you making sure that in your provision you are celebrating different festivals? I know at the time we film this, we're coming up to Eid. You know, is that something that you celebrate? It's really important for children to see that there are a variety of festivals to celebrate in different ways. It's also really important to remember that some festivals can be very difficult. For example, Mother's Day, or more traditionally called Mothering Sunday, can be very difficult for a young person or a child who does not have regular contact with their mother, for whatever reason that is. As children grow up, they begin to develop their own peer group. We probably all remember that stage where friends become much more important to us than mum, dad or our carers. It's really important to encourage children to get lots of different friends, maybe get them doing out of school activities, kickboxing, football, brownies, guides, scouts, whatever, so that they meet a wide diversity of people. There is in fact research that says that children that have met a diverse group of people are more likely to be much more positive about diversity as adults. As part of that developing peer group, it's really important to support young people to have healthy boundaries. Yes, we want to have friends, but friends should always be a positive influence in our life, and we should know when to say no. And linked to that, it's really important to try and help young people particularly think about what a healthy friendship looks like. Is somebody being friends with you for the right reason, or actually is it because you've got the best Xbox on the street and they want to be invited into your house? All those are things that help young people develop a peer group and develop the self-esteem to look after themselves. If we're going to help children to become inclusive, sometimes we're going to have to challenge. Oh, I don't want John to come round for tea, he's fat and lazy. Young people will often say things like that. Young children certainly will say it as they see it, won't they? And it's important that we encourage them, that we don't judge people by what we see, but we try to find out a bit more about people and learn about what they're like on the inside. And here's a challenge for us as adults in that, isn't there? Do we role model? Do we role model inclusive practice? Or if we're really honest, will children have heard us make offhand comments about, oh, that foreign food on holiday, I'm glad to be back in England? We all do it sometimes without thinking about it. How do our homes, how do our friendship groups represent diversity? So it's something that's really, really important for us to think about. You'll have heard me talk before probably about being a reflective practitioner, and that's one really good example of that. And finally, because it's probably the most important, and I want to end on this, we need to help children to celebrate their uniqueness. We are all different. Would the world not be a boring place if we were all the same? We're different, we might irritate and drive each other around the bend, but that's the variety and diversity of life. And let's help children and young people, and indeed for ourselves as adults, celebrate that we are unique and different. I hope that's given you some practical tips and some ideas to think about this topic, and I look forward to receiving your comments and hearing how you're getting on. Thank you.